When we think about balance and decline over time with age, the first thing I always like to rule out is any vestibular issues. So ear issues, inner ear can cause balance issues. Vision loss or vision changes can also cause balance issues. Standing here talking to you apparently causes me balance problems. But so those things I think are really important to rule out. Any cognitive issue that might come up, those can also, right, anything that alters the head, let's say, can cause a balance issue. So that would be the things that we would need help with, referring out to anyone, physical therapist, any physical doctor would need help from somebody else, or a movement specialist would need help from somebody else for those things. But if we come down the chain into the actual physique of the body, things that create balance are reaction time is one big thing that we start to lose over time. So being able to catch yourself if you lose, like I just lost my balance talking to you, but it was so easy for me to just stick a finger out and fix that problem, or to just put my foot down and fix that problem, right? Because I'm less than 50, I don't have any other issues. I don't have any injuries to speak of, right? It's just easy. It's an easy thing to regain my balance before I actually fall over. So part of that is reaction time slows down. And then so that's something we can talk about a little bit more. The other thing that if you've had an injury or a joint problem or something, we lose proprioception around the joint or in and around the joint with any injury. So at any age. So that would be, and I think people get injuries over time as they age and don't really rehabilitate them all the way back to where ideally they would be. And so there's this kind of gradual loss with every injury. And so now if you take, like, I have a client I'm going to see later today, and she has 2 hip replacements. She has a knee problem right now. She has stenosis in her spine, some radiating stuff into her right glute. She has 2 shoulder replacements. Proprioception in her body, not fantastic. Yeah, so she's not getting a lot of that feedback. It's a lot to try and rehabilitate all of that. She's doing great. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't look at her and go, oh, she's, barely making it around. She's totally making it around. But we've had to work really hard on regaining those things. So regaining proprioception, and then strength and posture. So standing like this, I'm not in good alignment, right? So this is a lot harder to balance in than if I actually pick up and find a good alignment. Now, with this alignment and posture, I can actually stand here without falling over pretty easily versus being in a wrong or diagonal, and that translates into forward also. So these are forward people are heel weighted, right? I do not have as good balance in these postures as I do if I'm up and my muscles are active. So posture and proprioception, and then reaction time would be the 3 things in an aging population or an injured population that I would look for. And what can you do about it? Fix posture. That's like the theme, I guess the theme of this whole entire course, all the modules, is fix posture. Because in fixing posture, you fix alignment. And so that provides the most kind of the easiest way for us to get our body in the best possible functional shape that it can be in, right? Is fixing that posture and that alignment. The other thing would be working on proprioception. So how do you work on proprioception? Is teaching that joint where it is in space. So this is why I love working on the roller, the foam roller, because it's unstable and you can lay down on it and you get the whole body involved in that. So laying down on the foam roller with one leg up, one leg down, trying to stabilize with the bottom leg in your abs, that's great. Standing on one leg, so balance work, standing on one leg, standing on uneven surfaces, that asks the body to figure out how you're gonna sort yourself out up the chain. And then lately, I have a 90-year-old client, and she lives alone, totally independent, super worried about her falling. Yeah. And so I've been trying to kind of rack my brains around what is it. She feels less secure. She's less confident. She's also afraid of falling. But when somebody's afraid of falling, their gait ends up being like this, and they're looking down because they want to make sure they don't misstep at any moment because they don't want to fall, or they're walking around the room and when they walk past something, they put their hand on it. But who's to say that my pole is stable, right? I hold that pole and it's not stable and I'm going down. So we don't really ever recommend using furniture or props around the house room to hold you up, right? We want them to rely on themselves, or if it comes to that, an assistive device to do that. But I have her doing exercises where she's holding on to something stable, like a pole, and we're doing like fast motions. I have her going out and back, trying to really create these forward and backward steps that would be the way she could catch herself if she were to stumble. I'm also having her work on trying to do fast feet, I call it. So holding on, she's doing fast feet, fast feet, fast feet. Looks really silly. She hates it because I think she feels silly doing it and she tires her out because it actually gets your heart rate going a lot. But if she can get that reaction time in her body, I'm hoping that if there's a stumble, she'll actually catch herself because her body knows that action. Her body's used to having that action in it. So that would just happen for her then. Yeah, there's a lot to balance. So, but posture, alignment, and then on uneven surfaces or challenging. We challenge tandem stance, single leg stance, on toes, right? Things like that that really can challenge the stability would be great.